I believe I'm meant to invite the kids to go to Sunday school. So off you go. And we have a few announcements to make. I don't know if they'll show up behind me, but there are also sheets lying around the room that you can take a look at. So there is a council meeting today at 1 p.m. And every Monday at the Hayashi's house at 10 a.m. there's the prayer meeting, so that's happening tomorrow as well. Quick announcement about William Haynes' DP lectures. Every Monday they're not going to happen in July and August, so they'll start up again in September, I believe. Then usual Friday evening DP study here in LG, I think with the CARP students, but I'm sure anyone is invited to come. And as usual, Sunday service on July 9th and Anshi-il next Saturday, or this Saturday. Next Saturday? 9th, anyways. We also have some new arrivals from Korea and Japan, Cheonilguk Youth Envoy and Cheonilguk Missionaries. So of course, please pray for them, and if you see them here coming up, be friendly and support their activities if you can. And starting today, also at Cleve House is the 7-day DP workshop. So I don't know if they're still looking for volunteers, but of course prayers are always welcome in support of the people participating in the workshop. Then of course summer activities are coming up, so the summer camp for children starting the 28th of July. And then other ESGD workshops are starting, so if you have an interest, please visit esgd.org. And then a healing seminar is happening on Sunday the 10th of July. I do have a few other announcements, but I'll save them for afterwards. So our sermon today, as mentioned before, is given by Pastor Hayashi, and the title is Bridge Over Troubled Waters. So it's going to, I think, make us reflect on recent hot topics and to think about life, I suppose, but we'll all find out together. So I'd like to invite up the band again to finish with a few songs.
Morning, brothers and sisters. My voice is a bit strange, so I might cough, so please forgive me. My sermon title today is Bridge Over Troubled Water. AJ asked me to sing a song, but I say, no thank you. But the Paul Simon wrote this poem, which is very, very beautiful actually. So I would like to read this lyrics and poem. Here in this poem, I is God, and I is me and you, okay? When you are weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I am on your side. When times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down, like the bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. When you are down and out, when you are on the street, when the evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I will take your part. When darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. If you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will ease your mind. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will ease your mind. Beautiful, isn't it? This is introduction, and this same song title will lead to the conclusion of my sermon. Okay. Who came to my home service last Sunday? Just Mrs. Ann Hughes and my wife. I'm afraid, I had to duplicate what I said last week. Hot topic of UK at the moment, the UK decided to leave EU. This is a hot topic, isn't it? And before a decision is made, the whole nation is divided, many different kind of opinions. Our church members, they are also divided. The William Haynes, of course, leave. Jeff Bateman, leave. And some brothers and sisters want to stay. And even my twin boys are divided. One of the twins stay, one of the twins leave. So the whole the nation divided, but with narrow margin, British people decided to leave from EU. So in politics, there is a big confusion at the moment in this country, and I feel this affects to not only UK or Europe, but it will affect the whole world. And I feel this is the beginning of the end. End of the world, basically. What this country, UK, will be in the future, this is, I think, many people are concerned about. And so I think, many people want to stand up here and want to say something about, what you think, including Simon. I'm sure he has a clear opinion about it, I think. And this is my version, don't believe me. Anyway, this is my version, what I think about this, the situation of UK at this moment. In Japanese proverb, it says, if you want to know the future, see the past, see the history. When we study the history, we can predict the future. Therefore, in order to know the future of UK, we need to know the past of UK, past history of UK. Let's see what kind of Great Britain is like in the past and future. There is a blessing. When you hear the word of blessing, you may think this is given to individual or couple or the church ceremony and so on. But there is a blessing which is given to the nation. And this blessing is quite substantial, realistic, and tangible. And very clearly, we can see the size of the blessing. There are many, the fall and rise of the great nations and empires. That's focus two empires. One is Roman Empire, one is British Empire. Obviously, according to the God providence, that the reason for Roman Empire, for example, why they became so big, so huge. And that is because that is a preparation for Jesus Christ to create the God's kingdom. And this is the only reason the Roman Empire conquered so many lands and nations at that time. And but because of the crucifixion of Jesus, this province actually failed. And AD 800, there was a chance that God could send the Messiah to this world. That is, Pope Leo III and the Charles. What do you say, Charles the Great? Yeah. If they are united, as Abraham and Cain, then God could send the Messiah. But this province again failed. So, according to the divine principle, the indemnity period is necessary, and how long that indemnity period. 1,200 years. That is needed in order for God to send Messiah again to this world. And from that time on, AD 800, God found one nation. That is Great Britain. That is Great Britain. And God gave abundant blessing to this nation. That is the very reason and only reason Great Britain became really great, and they created such an empire that conquered 7 oceans. The country empire never set the sun. This is the objective of the British Empire. And in Divine Principle, there are so many good things written about Great Britain, about democracy, about many things. You can read the Divine Principle again. And of course, there's a reason why God gave such a great blessing to Great Britain. That is for the sake of the Messiah, the second Lord of the coming. But unfortunately, as we learned, the Christian ministers in Korea couldn't accept true parent as a Messiah, and consequently, Great Britain lost the position of Eve nation. And this is, everybody know about it. And some British brothers and sisters wondered, this is my fault. This is not British fault. And I don't understand why, God abandoned lose the position of mother nation, Eve nation. Actually, many years ago, Mike Barkham said that, and he doesn't know why. And for me, it is very clear why Great Britain lost the position of first Eve nation position. I could say, easily 7 or 10 reasons why, Great Britain lost the position of Eve nation. One, slave trade. It is terrible violation of Jesus' teaching. Create resentment and hatred of millions of people. 2, Henry VIII's failure. 1517, the Martin Luther started religious reformation. At that time, who is a king? Henry VIII. And he had such an important responsibility to reconcile between Catholic Church and Protestant Church by creating kind of mother position of Christianity, which is Church of England. But the vision of Church of England, the vision of Henry VIII is not such a noble kind of vision at all. He wants to independent from Catholic Church because he wants to divorce his wife. And he chopped some head of his wives, 6 wives, some wives. And this, this is a kind of stain. If at that time Great Britain has a good king, and then the Church of England, our king of Great Britain, can do such a great job. It didn't happen. And England has a twin children in the mother's womb, and that is Ireland and Scotland. And Mother England had to embrace the twin children, but as you know the history, it didn't happen. For example, potato farming in Ireland. At that time, the Ireland is part of England, And unfortunately, England didn't help enough at all. And millions of people are starved to death. And millions of people fled to America and other countries. So it is not such a, it is a restoration of the problems. And also, if the Rachel and Leah couldn't unite, and this problems repeated in this country on a national level, that is a unity of Elizabeth I and Mary Stuart, the Queen of England and Queen of Scotland. And as you know, the history, Queen Elizabeth I signed up the document to chop off the head of Mary Stuart. So again, this the Leah and Rachel unity couldn't happen. This is also one of the failure of Great Britain. How about the Yalta Conference? As you know, the Yalta Conference, a conference held just before the end of Second World War. And at that time, Churchill from England, and Stalin from Soviet Russia, and Roosevelt from America. They had such an important conference to talk about how the world should be, what kind of world they want to make. And at that time, God expected that the mother corporation, Britain, Churchill, and Roosevelt had to unite and isolate, kick Stalin out, and build the world without any kind of influence of communism. This is what God expected. But what happened is that at that time, Roosevelt compromised, ignored Churchill, and had some kind of agreement allowed communists to expand. And also, this is a failure of one of the failure of Great Britain. Mother country and elder son country need to be united at that time. Didn't happen. And what about the relationship between America, United States of America, and Great Britain? When America wants to independent from England, England happily agreed and let them be independent? No. Again, there are many thousands of blood was shed at that time. So it's a good mother or bad mother? It's a bad mother. And also, Great Britain are responsible for four great religious spheres, I should say, at that time. That is Confucianism, religious sphere, or Buddhism, and Muslim world, and Hindu world. And what happened, for example, for Great Britain did for Far East China? Opium War. This is one of the examples. They practice mother's love or Christian teaching? No, they didn't. And also, what about the Hindu sphere? What British did India? AJ is here, and he probably know very well about the colonization of India at that time. And Hindu actually were brutally persecuted, and Britain got such a huge profit from the Indian industry. And also for Muslim world, what British did, it's not such a good thing, I have to say. It's painful for the ear of British brothers and sisters. But again, the British did, the wrong foreign policy. And that creates such a huge resentment and hatred from Muslim world. So it is no wonder for me why the Muslim is extreme Muslim is such a violent at this moment. And when Israel was independent, British foreign policy is very, very wrong. And they cheated for Palestine, and therefore, at the moment, Israel and other Palestinians, they have such a conflict, and British created the root of this problem. And God desire is one of the God desire is to have Israel, Jerusalem. They have holy. This is a holy city, and Christian, Muslim, and Jewish need to have one united and holy ground. They had to make, this is what God expected. It didn't happen. So God gave such an abundant blessing. Oh, thank you very much. God gave such abundant blessing to Great Britain. There are so many failures and mistakes and faithlessness. And this is the reason for me, why God couldn't use Great Britain. So if a nation is like a person, then what kind of person is Britain? Selfish and greedy person, sorry to say. But this is how God sees this country. Though I have to say, there are so many good sides of British and contribution for God providence. And so, in such a situation after the war, EEC is made and EU EC is made, and eventually this developed to EU. And there is fundamentally something very important is missing from EU or UK. That is God. God is missing. Some might say, this is not rational or logical, but from God's point of view, we have to see the situation, whole situation. For example, America, after the Second World War, particularly, but over 200 years, America was pressed so much, and America became superpower, #1 nation in the world. Why? Do you think American people are superior than other people? No, I don't think so. It is simply because of God's blessing. That's why the nation is prosperous so much. And the reason why God can bless America is because of founding spirit of America. Pilgrim fathers escaped from England or other European countries to America. And their belief is that I want to make this country as a God country. This is a country where the worship is free. This kind of determination, this kind of spirit, this kind of faith, that's God's heart. That is the very reason God bless America so much. Now, God is again leaving from America because America also tried to kick God out from institution, from constitution, from education, from basically from everything. Even though our true parent invested so much to America, even he went to Danbury, but still America didn't awake and couldn't revive the spirit of God. So, South America is also made same time, but the founding spirit at the beginning is very different. The difference is very clear. The prosperity of United States of America and other South American countries are very different from many point of view. So facing God is that important. And I feel this is one of the clear evidence God exists, God is working, and God works through our faith. So therefore, many people, some people ask me, what do you think about the UK left EU? But my point is that if EU doesn't put God at the center, if UK doesn't put God in center, both of the country or institution lose God blessing, and that is my view. So root problem is the UK leave from EU is good or not. It's not an issue. From God point of view, issue is whether God can stay or not, or God can leave or not. This is a main issue. So particularly central figure of the nation, like a prime minister, queen, they are very important because they are central figure of the nation, and their faces matter. Their faces matter. George Washington prayed as first American president, and God heard his prayer. So I don't know who will be our next prime minister, but if I were God, I'd like to choose the person who have deep faith in God, and so we say this is a foundation of faith. If this foundation of faith is missing, no matter how they try to work hard, they try to figure out properly, it doesn't work. So in this situation, what is our responsibility? It is, there's some political kind of agenda, nothing to do with us. No, I don't think so. It is our problem. It is our issue. It is a tiny group, Unification Church, full of problem at the moment. And, but still, we do have a responsibility towards this country, towards Europe, towards the world. I think the religion is standing as an able position, and politicians are standing as a keen position. And we are ables of able, no matter how we are small, because we know divine principle, we are blessed by true parent. This is very important. Not so many people are blessed in this country, but we are blessed by God, and blessing accompanied with responsibility always. And so every responsibility to connect with God, to unite with God, and this vertical relationship is vitally important for the future of this country. And in order to make such a vertical relationship, we need to make offering. Some kind of offering is needed. I believe in God. That is not enough. We need to offer something to God. Our love, our faith, our prayer is the offering. And worship, the God gathering here like this is very important. I feel sad that the attendance of Sunday service is declining gradually, but still you are here, and I feel God appreciates your attendance so deeply. And one more responsibility of EBU is what? I said one first responsibility is to unite with God, the foundation of faith, and the foundation of substance, isn't it? Foundation of substance. Our responsibility as Blessed Family is to make a foundation of substance, which is love came. Love came. I attended the healing seminar. Beatrice came from America. Nearly 30 branches attended, and I surprised. Almost everybody has some kind of pain, wound, which is not healed after so many years in life of faith, including myself. And also I attended William Haynes' lecture at South London Peace Embassy, which is follow-up a seminar of blessing preparation workshop. And he gave lecture about lineage. And one sentence I clearly remember what he said. Restoration is healing. Restoration is healing, he said. And he talked about the Jacob, Leah and Rachel and Joseph and Abraham and Isaac and so on. So complicated, tangled relationship. This has to be healed. Restoration is a healing. So one of the key words is healing. We need to be healed. Next week, Kathy will organize a healing workshop, follow-up healing workshop. And yesterday also, Kathy has a small workshop gathering in her house about healing. So we need to be healed. And the healing has to be done soon rather than later, as we need to take responsibility to heal the pain and wound of Cain. So, in other words, we, as a Blessed Family, have a responsibility to make a bridge between people. First generation blessing, for example, is creating bridge. Many of you are international blessing. I'm Japanese couple, but many of you are international and interreligious and interracial blessing. Last week I couldn't stop my tears. I pick up. I take one cup and I know their struggle, suffering for so long, and after so many years, I felt somehow healing is made, restoration is made, and I was very happy about that. God is crying by seeing this, situation after so many years suffering and tribulation. Finally, they found happiness. And first generation couples and the similar experience. We are blessed by true parent, and often father matched extreme to extreme. Blessed by white and black, blessed by Irish and English, Scottish and English. As I said, this is an enemy relationship. And I'm sure to fill up this, the gap is not very easy at all, actually. But somehow we are here. We have done it. And I know therefore, I would say you are brave challenger, and you are victor after so many suffering. So bridge is made by us. God cannot make that bridge. We have to make this bridge. And on this bridge, who then cross over this bridge? God. God can reside. God can come down to this couple, to the family. So, therefore, we are the core of the country. We are the seed of the hope for the future of this country. United Kingdom has to be literally a united God kingdom. This is what God is expecting to this country. And such a nation needs to be appeared. The mother is concentrating, talking about Vision 2020, and she hopes that we can restore at least few nations. And this time, mother sent the Japanese missionaries again. How many countries she sent to? Do you know how many countries? No. I think 14. And just 2 countries in Europe. One is Albania, one is Great Britain. And I feel God has a great hope for United Kingdom. When we see missionaries, they came to my home service last Sunday. They are, the 24, 21 young second generation sisters, maybe cannot speak English very well. And from external point of view, we may think they are useless. But, I don't think so, because, we always have to see from God's point of view. And God feels that Great Britain is so important. That's why God sent such a missionary to UK. This is a kind of a symbol of God's love and God's expectation. I really hope that you can support the missionaries, and they are working for 1 year. So world is getting more difficult, I have to say. Why? Yes. All the world had to finish, and this old world will be crumbling down. And Father also clearly said, the end of the world is coming. I don't know in which way, but I feel this, Britain leave EU is just the beginning. And there's an American election in November, I think. And there are many things will happen. And Bible is also saying about the end of the world. So you need to read divine principle once again, consummation of human history. This is a chapter I recommend to read. So end of the world means beginning of new world. So it's not the tragedy. It's a new beginning. New world centered on God will start. And this, the central force is who, you think? We. Central Blessed Family. This is our central force and core of God's providence. And, here I'd like to say, institution, organization at the church is not a problem and not important, I have to say. Don't misunderstand. What I'd like to say is your clear subjectivity for your life, your clear conscience is very important. If you rely upon on organization or institution or unification church or family federation or sanctuary church, it doesn't work. Now God is expecting people to appear who can say, I'm son of God, I'm daughter of God, I'm a holy son and holy daughter of God. My conscience is clear. I am love. If you want to see God, see me. You want to see ideal family, see my family. We have to say this. This is far important than church as an organization. So, I said, the central focus, the core, is the blessed family. When we think about our standard, I feel very sad. We are not such a standard at all. But it is an urgent matter from God's point of view. It is an urgent matter for us to become divine son and divine daughter of God. This time, the mother created 4 holy items, which is the holy candle, holy salt, holy wine, holy earth, holy soil. And that shall be given to all blessed families and couples. And we need to offer a 40-day condition. It is not finalized yet, but that we'll discuss in council committee meeting held this month sometime. And that we'll discuss what kind of condition for 40 days is needed. And at the timeline will be decided when these holy items are given. But please do not think this is not just a church ceremony. But as Ando gave sermon last 2 weeks ago, 40 days is important. 40 days. If you continue one thing for 40 days, this will become new habit, he said. And this is quite true. So during 40 days, what do we have to do? To renew ourselves, to purify ourselves. That is very important. That will be the foundation of faith in Great Britain. I would like you to regard in such a way. It's not your family offering. It's an offering of the nation. If you are seriously thinking about the future of Great Britain, I really encourage you to do this 40-day condition properly. And this is what I feel. This is what God sees the situation. And God wants to renew this whole world. Probably it will happen in front of our eye when we are living here on this earth. We never know, what will happen until 2020. Some spiritualists said, Tokyo Olympic 2020 will not be held because of the confusion of the world. So we never know, what things will happen this year, next year, and the year after. So, the restoration of the nation, you may think it's not realistic, it's a dream, it's just a slogan, you may think. But we never know how the world is changing, how God is powerful to change this world. See the blessing which is given to the Roman Empire. See the blessing God gave to Great Britain. See the blessing God gave to United States of America. God is powerful. So with that mighty hand, God can renew everything new. So, the Great Britain is still very, very, very important. And faith, foundation of faith of this country is extremely important. Otherwise, this nation will perish. This will lose, their all God's blessing. And this is the end of Europe. And I don't want to see this kind of thing happening in this country, in this Europe. God is hoping and expecting that Great Britain is really great. And I want to ask you to make Great Britain great together with our faith and love. So this is my sermon today. Thank you very much. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Parents and true parents, we know we are very small as an individual, as a family, as a church and community, but yet probably this is our point of view, and we always want to remember your point of view. You are desperately to create new world. As true parents declare the foundation day and God kingship, and did so many ceremonies and declaration in his lifetime. He said that the period of restoration history is ended, which means we are no longer embraced in the forgiveness of true parents. This world, nations, families, and individuals are judged by principle, governed this whole universe. Dearest Heavenly Parent, therefore, if we are not aligned with you, Heavenly Father, this is a serious issue. But you are guiding every moment, every minute for us to become divine, to have such alignment with you. And we are very grateful for your patience and for your forgiveness. Once again, Heavenly Father, we want to pray for Europe and for United Kingdom, so that, Heavenly Father, you can be in the center of the institution, nation, and government, so that once again you can give powerful blessing to this country and Europe. Indeed, Father, you are, Heavenly Father, hoping to do that. And Heavenly Father, accordingly, we want to work towards that goal. Please, Father, be with us and guide our way. Thank you once again. I pray and report in my name as Central Baptist Family. Archie.
So let's take a few minutes just to reflect on the sermon that we